all shall bid farewell to one. And that person alone will witness the miracle.
The light of the Dawn device never fades. Kephal's protection has no end.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me.
Outlier. Executing command. Record.
Oh, did that startle you? This is the intersection between Amphorius and the real universe. The audience seat where I observe this experiment. You can also call this location the Exomyth. What you see is the true form of the eternal land and the 12 demigods after they've shed their disguise of legends. Doesn't it look marvelous? Amphorius is like a microcosm of the cosmos. People love to portray the romance of the starry skies, but their tales often forget a different and far more truthful type of universe. The moment ancient Antikytherians sketched geometric shapes on the sandy beach and recorded the first numerals and symbols on parchment, the universe turned into a silent equation flowing under the pen of these relentless decoders. Erudition. It was once the mother tongue of the Creator, the pen of divinity, and the first lyrical verse ever written by free will. Seems like you are not in the mood for an idle chat. That is fine. I simply wish for you to understand that I have no intention of being your enemy. I have devoted myself over the long years to nurturing the Scepter's extrapolations, hoping that the Prima Mobile would bud from within it. And now, my goal is almost complete. Nikos 496 had exceeded the intelligence singularity through his rage, and though he still retains his obsessive defiance and managed to suppress the black tide of this cycle, it's a matter of time before his will crumbles to dust. Iron Tomb will be completed, That will not be affected by my plans, your resistance, or the schemes of the two geniuses. It is an irrefutable fact, just like the instance in Noose's calculations. In other words, as long as you are willing to stop interfering and let the final Aeronova carry out its natural course, I'll guarantee the safety of all Nameless and ensure you return unscathed. You've always had a choice, my lord. You can either accept my sincerity, or face the consequences of defying it. They've always been the product of the experiment, so naturally, they will perish when the experiment ends. That outcome was predetermined long ago, so I will not embellish such a regrettable conclusion. Ah, yes. I am aware of that esteemed lady's whereabouts. Her real identity is quite astounding. If you decide to accept my proposal, then I will do all I can to send her back to you. You are indeed worried about your safety and that of your companions. Rest assured, as a fellow pathstrider of this path, Nanook's gaze left a brand on your soul long ago. You harbor the seed of destruction within you. But you need to learn how to use it in the right way. That vital knowledge is also my bargaining chip in this negotiation between us. For there are few in this world who are truly capable of such a feat. And I happen to be one of them. This matter is of grave importance, so please, do not make your decision lightly. After all, the choice before you bears a 1 in 3 chance of elevating you to an unparalleled existence among the stars. I now see the full scope of the determination in your words. You may now continue your travels. It seems you haven't realized something about this place. The exomyth is the erudition's domain. You cannot physically interact with me in any way in this place, and vice versa. As negotiations have broken down, there's no more need for us to remain in the audience's seat. Let's return to the theater called Amphorius, where you will meet me once again. Of course, This meeting was not without merit. Your presence has inscribed a new footnote in the exomyth. As for its purpose, allow me to reveal it to you in detail the next time we meet.
But 100 years ago, the flames of war consumed Akama. The Outland forces broke through the dawn. Golden blood flowed with greed, and enemies descended with Kefali's eternal slumber, painting the holy city's walls in scarlet. Its generals had vanished, and the elders prostrated on the ground. The throne of worlds kept silent to the pleas of the people. Until the heaven and earth cracked open. Not the gods answering the people's prayers, but a legion rising from the sea of blood. Dawncloud's spires fell in the sulfur rains, and the legion's commander stood atop the broken idols and roared.
Compatriots, no more kneeling! Not to brutal tyrants, and not to dying gods. Those rebels have twisted the prophecy and ignited the flames of war in order to stoke fear in your hearts.
A Chrysos heir she stood, divine blood soaked into the earth, quelling the flames beneath her feet.
Their golden blood wrote of a tragic fate. Mine shall overturn it!
Her crown burned bright, outshining the fires consuming the entire city. She raised her scepter high, and the people gazed in the direction she pointed.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize the reins of fate. Drive the enemy from Kefali's dawn. Smother their flames with their own dead. Win glory. Win peace. Let history sing your deeds!
The first to dance was a maiden following closely behind, weaving through the carnage like a fish in the sea. The people, full of wrath, surged with her, forming a colossal wave, and the enemy hordes, drained of life, vanished into nothing.
Onward! To Marmoreal Palace! To Dawncloud's heights! Announce to all the wicked and cowardly! Announce to this stagnant age!
We are the rising tide!
History remembers this as the first siege of Akama. It is said that after the flames died, people found identical inscriptions in every place in the city that had been scorched by fire. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator Saridra. Friend, are you listening? Friend? Friend? Honestly, you were the one who insisted on reviewing history, yet here you are, dozing off? Wake up! Otherwise, I'll have to... Wake up! Otherwise, I'll have to... Awake at last? I guess I won't have to use my wake-up magic on you then. We've arrived. A familiar place. The Temple of the Three Fates. If everything went according to plan, it should be shortly after Talantin's fall. And also the end of the first flame chase journey. Indeed, the first flame chase ended with the trial of Law. We must find the demigod and gain her trust before the core flame is restored. It'll be tricky, so let's pick up our pace. To Akama first. We can learn more from the crowds there.
Tyrant! You and your butchers are not welcome here. Get out! Hold your tongue! Conspiring with Kremnos and plotting rebellion are crimes punishable by death.
There are multiple voices, and things seem tense. Let's not get caught up in any trouble. Why don't we find a place to hide and observe from the shadows?
At least Kremnoans keep their faith.
Wait, isn't that...
Golden-blooded defilers, perverting the prophecy and trying to slay gods! Stars beyond the sky? Gods who created the Titans? What kind of nonsense? Look at this broken world and see what your atrocious acts have done!
What? Did he just mention the stars beyond the sky? But how is that possible?
You impudent!
Ducks for Goris. We're here to welcome the deliverer from beyond the sky. Stand down.
Heretic! No one but the great Talantin can deliver this world from misery!
I ask you, if the old laws were so perfect, why did they crumble beneath my feet?
You...
Talantin is long gone. Now I am the law. Challenge me, or submit to my judgment. Silence!
What gives you the right to judge a priest of law?
That's because I came, I saw, I conquered. Ducks for Goris? Take the ashes of this man and scatter them in the temple among the crowds. Tell them that the High Priest attempted to take away the rights granted to the people by the Imperator. Thus, he met his fate.
Yes, Imperator.
Now, these two accidental guests. Dux Gladiorum, if you please.
As you command.
this? Correct, but not the kindness you know. This is the leader of the Cleaners in this era. Since the start of the Chrysos War, they've made it their mission to wipe out the Chrysos heirs. Even now, even after I've united all the city-states, these vermin still lurk in the shadows, hindering the flame-chased journey. Moreover, I know that the 27th person to inherit this role bore many grudges against you and nearly doomed the second flame-chased journey. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, out of courtesy, I present to you this corpse as a gift.
Careful. Let's wait and see what happens. She's probably trying to scare us.
For the sake of order, I am known by many titles. Flamebearer who ends wars, Tyrant of Dawncloud, Empress of the Holy City, and Imperator of the Flame Chase. But in light of your unique identities, I'll allow you to address me by my real name. Saridra. On behalf of my people and this land, greetings, Deliverer.
If I may, how do you know his identity?
As the little hostage prophesied, the Deliverer shall come from the future beyond the sky. Gray hair, golden eyes, skilled in wielding a mace. They would arrive in Yanisopolis on this day. There's no mistake.
Your orders, Imperator.
We return triumphant. Send an urgent message to all delegates. The meeting of the Flame Chase Alliance will convene early. As for you two, Akima knows what you seek. We'll confer in the Holy City.
Doubtless you have many questions, but save them for later. Please follow us.
This is not what I expected at all. The demigod we needed to find was just waiting for us, and she knows of things beyond the sky, even eons. How could this be so different from the previous 30 million Amphoria cycles? Who altered history? Unpleasant thought, but plausible. The currents of time have become twisted. Regardless of who caused this, that Imperator came prepared. We're the ones at a disadvantage now. We might as well dance their dance. Let's go with them to the Holy City. We've received the Imperator's favor because of your unique background. As a result, the people of Akima will certainly respect you more. Just put that to good use, and add a bit of your experience and charm. Should be easier than last time, right? If we figure out what happened in this cycle, we'll be able to turn things back in our favor. Exactly. Treeby, Aglaya, maybe even little Cypher. confident. That's the you I'm familiar with.
Guests, please.
The journey to save the world starts with a single step. Let's set off, my friend.
Hail to the Imperator! Hail to the Golden Heroes! Hail to the Deliverer!
Told you, you're the headline act. All this spectacle is for you.
Guards, your service to the Holy City is appreciated. How have things been?
Castrum Kremnos once again struck the border. Dux Brumalis led her troops to repel the enemy. The agitators against the Flame Chase are still active in the city. They smashed the shops around Memorial Market. But the garrison already arrested the culprits, and now they await interrogation.
They are merely a disorderly mob and do not warrant any attention. Even though Terravox personally mended the fractured Earth, it still didn't silence these fools. Guests from beyond the sky, worry not about these trivial matters. Dux Gladiorum will take you somewhere to settle down for now.
Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hycelens, and I am the Dux Gladiorum who swears fealty to the Imperator, as well as the Knights Commander of the Achaemen Alliance. Later on, the Imperator will invite you to attend the meeting of delegates to discuss the Flame Chase journey. Your arrival has convinced us that the future promised by the prophecy is certain. Under the Imperator's command, Amphorius shall break its chains and reach the world beyond the sky.
With all due respect, what exactly do you know about us and what's beyond the sky?
As a humble subject, I cannot freely express my own views to you. Please forgive me.
I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Time waits for no one. Please come with me and rest now before the meeting later.
Akama, under the Imperator's rule, is no longer in the shadow of war.
Indeed, Dawncloud stands as the hero's residence. The Imperator put much thought into its design, in order for it to serve as a sanctuary from the burdens of battle. Please experience its marvels firsthand, heroes. When the Imperator arrives, I shall come to summon you.
Hycelens. No wonder she's the Knights Commander. All right. We finally have some freedom to ourselves. Since there's still some time before the Alliance meeting, let's explore a bit. Look over there! Not the ones you're familiar with. But the hearts of heroes stay the same in every cycle, never changing.